Hi, boys and girls. This week at preschool, we've been talking about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And we know that those three young men lived in the land that God's people lived in, and then they were taken from that land to a new land. And in that new land, there were new ways of doing things. There were different types of food and different types of clothing, and people spoke different languages. And yet Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego learned those things, but they still worshiped God. So one of the things that we've done this week in preschool in some classes is we've looked at some different places of the world and different things that people do in those places. And today I thought it would be fun to look at a country that's very near the United States and talk about some of the things that can be found in that country. And then we'll look at some things that we have in the United States that we have learned from that country. Okay, we'll start out with a little PowerPoint to help us talk about this country. All right, just a second here. Okay, so this is a map. And this map shows the United States right here. And I'm pointing to Omaha with the arrow. That's where we live, in Omaha, Nebraska, in the United States. And the country that is below the United States is called Mexico. And that's the country we're going to kind of look at today, just a little bit. So in Mexico, one of the things that they have is or are piñatas. Oh my goodness, have you ever seen a piñata before? Have you ever broken a piñata? All right, so lots of times we use piñatas when we celebrate our birthdays. Oh my goodness, and most of the time we think of piñatas coming from Mexico. But if you look back in history, you can actually find they might have been in some other places. But we're just going to talk about Mexico today. So what kind of piñata is this? What animal is this? I think it could be a donkey. Oh, and this is a Mexican star piñata because piñatas come in all kinds of different shapes and sizes. And this is a llama or llama, as we might say in the United States. And then children can put on a blindfold and the piñata can be kind of lifted up and down and all around. And then the children are given something to swing at the piñata and you're trying to hit the piñata because what's inside the piñata? Usually all kinds of candy and treats, right? And sometimes you put a blindfold on and sometimes you don't need a blindfold because it's fun to have just the piñata move up and down. You can still see it and you can hit it that way. Another thing we can find in Mexico is a special kind of dance. And this is a special kind of hat called a sombrero. And these children are doing a dance around the hat. And usually we call that the Mexican hat dance. And I wanted to show you some of the costumes that children in Mexico wear when they do the Mexican hat dance. Here you can see the sombrero on the ground. And then look at this beautiful skirt this little girl's wearing. And look at what the little boy's wearing. And then look at the same thing over here. Look at the guys, how fancy they are dressed. And they're beautiful sombreros. And then look at the girls. Aren't those beautiful dresses to wear? Oh, and another favorite thing, this is going to make Mrs. Becker hungry, but in Mexico, they have special kinds of food. These are tacos, these are enchiladas, and I bet some of you like to eat tacos and enchiladas. Did you know they come from Mexico? And then the people of Mexico have a different kind of language called Spanish. And maybe some of you have heard Spanish. I'm going to count to 10 in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. Oh my goodness. Those are different kinds of words, aren't they? They're Spanish words. And they're all other kinds of things that the people of Mexico have that we don't have. But the beautiful thing about God's world is that we share some of these things. And so piñatas are not just found in Mexico. We can find them in Omaha, Nebraska. People can speak Spanish in Omaha, Nebraska. We can eat tacos and enchiladas in Omaha, Nebraska. And we can even do the Mexican hat dance in Omaha, Nebraska. All right, so today I thought I would show you how you could make a piñata at home. Okay, just a very simple piñata. You can use a paper bag. All right, and if you want to decorate the bag, you can use lots of different things. For example, this is Becca has. I'm going to dump these all over the floor, but I have a bag of markers. I could just draw things on my piñata. Okay, so if I'm drawing, I just keep the bag flat and I do my pictures. What could I draw? Let me see. I'll do it fast. And then you can tell me what it is. I'm going as fast as I can. It might not be colored perfect here either. All right. Let me find one more color. Put it in the middle here. What do I have here? Can you tell? That's a flower. That's right. All right. Let me add something here. This is going to be just a little tricky. My bag has to cooperate a little bit. Oh, what's that? Oh, I added the sun, didn't I? Maybe I can add some other things. I don't know if you'll be able to tell what these are. Can you tell what those are supposed to be? Those are supposed to be birds. I know. You know, Mrs. Becker does the best that she can. And that's what we all do, right? Okay, I'm going to draw some other things here just a second. At the bottom. Oh, I added some grass. That's right. You know what? I think that's probably going to be good enough for this side. And you know what? You wouldn't have to draw things like this. Oh, I thought of something else I could draw. Let me do that first. And quickly color it in as best my marker will let me. What did I add there? I added a heart. And if you wanted to just use your markers and just draw pretty lines or designs, you could do that too. Okay. All right. So if you have markers, crayons, colored pencils, you can color your piñatas that way. Now I'm going to show you another way to decorate it. But before I do that, I'm going to open my bag up. I want to make it look like it's kind of stuffed. Now, if I had candy, I could put candy in there, but I don't. So I'm going to use newspaper, and I've already torn some of the newspaper up, and I'm just going to roll it into a ball, put all this newspaper in the bag to fill out my piñata. Okay? Let's see how much I need. I think at least one more piece. I'll show you what it looks like. See? Okay. More down. Okay, I think that's going to be pretty good. I don't want to fill it to the top because I want to be able to take my piñata and do this. Okay, I'm going to put it together at the top, and I am going to use a hole punch, a paper punch, and punch some holes in here at the top. One, and maybe one in the middle. So I have three. Okay, then I'm going to take some yarn, and I'm going to put it through the holes. I'll push the bag together, and I've got one hole there, and I'm going to go in the middle, get it through the middle, which is going to get trickier as we go along. Oh, I got it through. All right, you see how it's through? And then I need to go one more time to the side of it. And it's got 3 layers to go through, so it gets a little tricky when I do that. It's coming. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of pull the string, and I have it nicely together. And then I'm just going to tie this at the top. Okay. And if you need somebody to help you, you can ask a mom, dad, or a brother or sister, but there we go. Okay, now I'm going to put a different kind of decoration on this side. Okay, I'm going to use these colorful pieces of tissue paper. Now, the thing with tissue paper is I can't put the glue on the tissue paper. I have to put the glue on the bag first, and I'm using a glue stick. We've used glue sticks at school. I'm just going to put some glue. Now this is tricky. I'm going to actually put it down like this, hold it like this. I'm going to put a bunch of glue at the top. And then I'm going to just take some of my tissue paper, and I have all kinds of different colors. That was red, wasn't it? What color is this? I know some people really like this color. Oh, what color is this? And how about, oh, and then I need another row, don't you think? I'm going to do the same thing. Put a row of glue across. And then, oh, I think I need a different color. What color is that? Is that a green? And, ooh, I haven't used this color. What color is this? Blue. Okay. And now I'm going to start repeating. I think I have yellow. Oh, I better do another orange. The orange are sticking together. So that's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I could keep gluing all of this on, and I could do it any way I want. And then at the bottom, I'm going to use some of my streamers. Okay, and I've already cut these. What color is this? Orange. What color is this? It's very hard to see. It might look blue. It's actually purple. And what about this? There's yellow. Okay, so I've got yellow, orange, and purple. Okay, so I already cut my streamers. You can make them as long or as short as you want. And then these are going to go on the bottom. So I'm going to put some glue on the bottom again. And I will admit it's kind of tricky to hold it and put the glue on. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the streamer and put it on the glue part. And I'll do the same thing with the next one and the next one. And then when I hold it up with my string, it looks like this. And I have my very own homemade piñata. Isn't that fun? And I can keep it as a decoration. Or if I did get a chance to fill it with candy, I can find a stick or something that your mom and dad say is okay to use and hit it against my piñata and see if I can break it. All right, boys and girls, isn't it fun that all the people of the world have different kinds of ways of doing things, and yet we can all learn about them, and we can even do those same things in our own country. That's amazing. All right, boys and girls, thanks for helping me do a piñata and helping me talk a little bit about Mexico today. And if I can, I'm going to find a tape of the Mexican hat dance, and I'll put that out there for you, and you can take a look at that. Okay? All right. Bye-bye, boys and girls.